Welcome back to week number 28 of the Raise Your Vibration family. In this week, we are looking at how to transform and transmute negative emotions and negative situations into positive energy and useful situations. So, here we go. All right. The 20,000 foot view of this, without getting into the super fine details, is when a negative emotion is happening, when you're feeling something that feels bad, this is going to be triggering you deep down, and this can bring stuff up. Like a oil well or a drill that taps down into whoever you are deep down. It will bring stuff up to spew out into the surface. But this stuff can get all over you. It can be oily. It can get all over everything, make people slick and just really uncomfortable. But if you're smart or resourceful, you'll realize how much power is in this stuff. And you can capture that oil, for example, and turn it into something very useful, like we use it for gasoline. Or you can capture those negative emotions and you can use it for your creativity. If you use that depression and let it fuel you, or your negative, or your anger, or your sadness, or anything like that, you will get fueled towards your goals and you'll be able to accomplish them with great power. When you thought you had a disability, in fact, this disability becomes your biggest strength. And there's so many stories of some people that just have something going wrong for them and they just don't have what it takes in the beginning to just accomplish it or be successful. But then they take that handicap or that disability and they turn it into something amazing, beautiful, and something that can help them go forward. Yes, it's a difficult, challenging thing to have that in the first place, but sometimes that very thing that makes life harder to enjoy is what can make you enjoy life even more, because it takes a lot more work to work through that stuff and to turn it into something better. And the overview of the challenging situations or the negative situations. Here we go. When something is a challenging situation and we don't know how to go forward, it's about being very flexible. Psychological flexibility is something that scientists have been discovering, and psychology has just been discovering, that analyzes what people are successful in moving forward and how adaptable are they, because your psychological flexibility directly relates to how adaptable you are to these challenges. So remember to develop that creativity part of your brain and enhance your psychological flexibility so that you can take these challenges and you can move through them, because you can have a very challenging situation on the surface and how it seems. It's very challenging. But if you can take your time and see this situation and really think about it, and then if you can connect all these dots, you can make something out of something that was unmakeable. You can turn something bad into something good. So if you have a bad situation and you are stuck in it, you can say, all right, here we are, there's not much of a way out. Or you can transmute this and transform it into something better, because something better always exists right behind the veil of struggle. So if it's a struggle now and you think it's almost impossible and there's no way through it, that is okay, because if you keep persevering, you'll make it through there. And you'll not only make it through it, you'll get through that crack in the cliff and you'll find the other side of the promised land, where that obstacle turns into the path to your success. Everything is inherently challenging. There's always going to be a roadblock or an obstacle, and it's up to you to overcome that obstacle by pursuing the path that you really want to get to, by not giving up. By never giving up, you will always find the answer and the path through. So if you know what you want to do, and you have the perseverance to keep going, and to keep thinking of a way to be flexible and adapt to the challenges that come up, and how you can overcome them, you will succeed. And this is something you can practice, okay? So you can practice psychological flexibility by purposefully putting yourself into challenging situations that are way outside of your comfort zone so that you are forced to adapt. Just like with exercise, this is not something you're used to. This is something that's very challenging for you. And if slowly but surely you can adapt without dying or, get to a point where you just can't go on, you will develop that strength, that adaptability. You'll adapt to the challenges and you'll get to the point of power because you'll have your stability there, you'll have your increased strength, and then you'll have power to move forward on your path of choice. So, here we go. What is this thing that is stopping you right now? Think about it and observe it. Because if you really think about it, there's nothing here that you didn't really want. All these challenges are something you chose in your life. And the ability to realize this is your choice to be here in this challenge. And to move forward with this challenge is also your choice. You are in complete control of your destiny and you will always make it to where you want to go. So, a big goal is easier to accomplish than a small goal because this huge goal makes you think in a way you've never thought before. Unlike the small goal, it makes you access and ask questions because you are really worried or afraid of not getting the right answer because you do not even know what will happen if it doesn't work correctly. So you have to be able to go outside of your comfort zone and take on challenges that are very threatening to you because this is what makes you grow. Change creates stress. So all change is stressful to the body, but how well you develop adaptation to stress is how well you will succeed. Because everything changes, and therefore everything is stressful. So when change means stress, you'll have to say, okay, how am I going to get through this stress, and how am I going to keep going to get through this in a way that's going to be beneficial not just for me, but for other people, and how can I share what I learned to other people? And when you get there and you're like, okay, this is challenging, this is stressful, there's this huge obstacle in my way, and I chose this path, but how am I going to go? You just keep going. You start asking different questions. You start just having access to all of your brain so that you can figure out which way can I go that way, which way can I go this way, and you realize this is the answer to get through it. You find the way. You find what works, because there's always something that works, no matter what your situation is right now. Whatever your problem, obstacle, emotional problem, thing is that's happening, it is happening for a reason, but even more, there is always a solution to it if you look hard enough, that you have access to in your life right now. If you can think, what in my life is there that's pointing me in the direction of my dreams? Because every dream we get is actualizable or is doable because it has come to us for a reason. And just in the process of these thoughts and these things we want to do coming to us, we also have everything that we can actually accomplish there come to us. And there's always multiple ways to do everything. So you can choose one way, you can choose another way. But either way, choose the way that is going to be a big dream. Dream big and you will always hit your target. Make sure that you are trying not to limit yourself by saying, okay, I don't want to over expect myself. It's better to miss goals than to hit every goal, which is the thing. We think it's good to hit every accomplishment, to accomplish everything, but actually it's better because the more you fail, the better it makes you rethink it. And the more you rethink it, you start measuring your progress. And without measurement, nothing grows, nothing changes. So if you measure yourself and you realize where you're going to go, if you take those measurements into your future and you measure your progress, you say, okay, here's how far I've come, and these are things I'm not doing right, these are things I am doing right, and this is what I can do to become better. You will crush it and make it to your goals, and also you will overcome every challenge and turn it into something good and figure out your way through, and everything you ever feel that might not be what you want to feel is actually helping you become a stronger person, become higher willpower. Higher, not just willpower, but also perseverance and dedication to the future, because when you dedicate yourself to the future, you create the future you want to be. When you have big goals, your identity changes to your goals, and we think that accomplishing our goals is what will make us feel good, but actually it's the opposite. Feeling good helps us accomplish our goals. So do what makes you feel good. You'll be propelled towards your goals. Then there will be a catalyst towards your goals, and the catalyst is the chemical reaction that enhances the chemical reaction and makes it stronger. So thank you for watching week number 28 of the Raise Your Vibration family, and tell me what you're gonna do to implement these things. And in the email, there's going to be the assignment and the task for this week. So check it out, and thanks so much for watching. All right, peace.